Well, hey guys, it's Spiffyguy and I'm out here for another adventure. And today we're going to be heading out on the Courtois section. Behind me is C6, which is the adopted section that I have. But we are actually going to head to the other side of Floyd Tower Road and head up to C5. C5 is broken up into two sections, A and B, and it goes from Floyd Tower Road, the second crossing, all the way up to Bass River Resort. And apparently there's been some reported a large number of trees on there, so we're going to go check it out. It's about 50 degrees out, and it was raining yesterday, but it's just supposed to be cloudy and kind of a little misty today. So we figured, I figured I would take my handsaw out and kind of assess any damage, make a report, and spend a day in the woods. So it's a little chilly, but we're going to get rolling. The forest is alive out here. The birds are going crazy. The foliage is coming, so it makes it hard to take pictures of them. And also it's very overcast, so the light in the actual forest is pretty low. I was trying to shoot some just landscape shots, and you know, the ISO cranks up automatically because it's so dark in here. And the only rain though that's coming down is the wind blowing off the trees. But I'm about 2 miles in. I think I only have, the section I think is only 5 miles in total. But having a good time. It's beautiful out here. We're clearing some trees. There's a couple that got flagged for a chainsaw. They're just too big for the Boreal 21 saw. But I'm going to chew up what I can. And we're clearing all the debris off. There's a lot of little, 2 to 3 inches down across the trail that could impede mountain bikers and trip up hikers, so we're getting all that cleared off. I'm hoping to find a woodpecker, like one of the big giant pileated woodpeckers. I keep seeing awesome pictures of those, and well, it's on my list. So we're coming along a creek here. I'm not sure if you guys can really see that down there or not. I'm not sure which creek it is. Let's see if this focuses. So I started, this is the first trip I tried this. This is the Gaia GPS app. Everybody loves it, and I figured I'd try it out. I'm also bringing the regular GPS for marking trees and stuff like that, but I'm just curious as to how this works. So kind of give you an idea where we're at, and we'll go probably right to the top left there, and then we'll have to turn around because that'll be Bass and the Courtois. So I found these. What are these? Does anybody know? Somebody mentioned these on the challenge hike as black trumpets. It looks like, and I don't know if this is focusing, it looks like they have a little bit of a stalk, if you will, down in there. But there's clusters here. I'm not a mushroom guy. I know chicken of the woods, and that's about it. So exciting though, I did find out that chicken of the woods blooms year-round. I didn't know that. So that's kind of an interesting thing. I'll have to keep my eye out in the spring and the summer for those. But pesky branches. I probably should have wore darker pants because my pants are getting dirty. These are the Eddie Bauer Guide Pro pants, the first descent pants. I like them. They're pretty nice. They got stretch to them, and they're a little bit better breathability than my 511 or the Fall Raven. Although the Fall Raven probably would have worked for this hike because I'm getting dirty. Moving trees. Everything's wet and dirty. But man, this trail is nice. It's not muddy at all. You know, there's a few spots here and there, but it's really nice. More debris. Time to clear it. It's starting to mist again, and it's not just coming off the trees. So I'm going to put the camera away. I just wanted to show this to you. There's the old Mind Shift case, and that's my little DIY zipper pouch. And so inside the pack, I did bring my my Mi Photo tripod. I don't know why. Mainly just to kind of try to feel how a quote standard load might work. Anyway, so just to be double safe, I'm going to stick it inside the dry bag. Probably overkill, but hey, it's expensive. There was a conversation about dry bags, and I have this the Sea to Summit Big River. I really like those because they're not super rubbery. Like I have another one that's like a 35 liter, and I mean it's so bulky, just rolled up by itself. I got these right here, these Columbia ones. I got a set of these. These are the PFG. I guess that's fishing gear. And so my mom got me a set of those, and I like those too. They're nice and thin, but you know, the Sea to Summit's a little bit more durable. And I also bought that so I could use it for kayaking and things like that. So we're gonna get everything packed up and continue on down the road. I think we're coming soon to where we're gonna cut down towards the creek. I believe it's the Courtois creek that we head down to. So anyway, stick around and hopefully I won't drown. Is better. This is a yellow lady slipper. They're kind of rare, I guess. I've never seen one out in the wild in Missouri, but I just saw some pictures and Kathy was talking about them. Now up in Minnesota they got pink ones, but it's a very cool plant. Very neat on the inside. Super cool. And I didn't see it there. I was trying to clear out this branch right here, which is sticking out, waiting for a mountain biker to come by and impale himself. So, making our way down to the creek. All right, so we're down here by the creek. It looks like it's quite a bit lower than last weekend, that's for sure. I suspect this was all underwater briefly, but perhaps not. The trail is right up there, and then there's this there's a little campsite and a fire pit here. If this was underwater, I would expect all that charcoal to be blown downstream. So I don't know. Perhaps somebody comes here quite a bit because there's leftover wood. Probably somebody's bushcraft camp. Anyway, so we're switchbacking up the hill, which is always fun. I don't know if you can see up there, but there's two trees. One's really big, one's kind of small, and then there's another big one right here. I don't think I'm going to get that with my little Boreal 21 saw. And this is a very dangerous tree, and not one that I would cut. Typically the saws have 18-inch bar, and you could probably cut this with an 18-inch bar if you're experienced, but really you need the big saw. The issue is that when you cut it, the weight of this root ball, this entire tree is going to go up in the air, and that is what's scary. Yeah, this is a terrifying one. Big tree though. Two right next to each other, so they must have had some really good winds in here. I bet you if you cut it right there, it's still going to go up, but maybe not as bad. So far though, I think maybe there's, I don't know, about 5 or 6 trees that'll need to be cut with a chainsaw, and I've cleared probably 15 or so. Just little step overs and 6 to 8 inch with the saw. That Boreal 21 saw, you know, I talk a lot about that, but for the packability and the weight, that's a great saw. It definitely has a lot more power than a Baco Laplander. Of course, it doesn't fit in your pocket, but definitely a worthwhile investment if you're out cutting wood, doing a lot of bushcraft, that sort of thing. Looks like there's another tree up here. Happy, fun times. Coming up this big hill, here's a big shelf mushroom. But what's odd, whoa, that is paracord growing out of the shelf mushroom. And in case you didn't see it, a big funky slug. That's odd. There he goes. Pelliated. Man. The sun's kind of coming up. The mist has gone away. Uh-oh. I hope that's not across the trail. But that is. Ugh. More trees. Trees are unreliable. They fall down on the trail. Alright, there's a bit of a view. We're on the ridge headed down towards Bass, I believe. There's some dark clouds over there, though. Let's keep an eye on those. I just scared up a whitetail. But yeah, we'll head down the trail, and then we come up to the cemetery right there on the right, and then it pops out onto Floyd Tower Road. You follow that past the cow pens, and then you just follow it down to the creek. It's I'm hoping to get there by noon, and then turn around and come back. I've been on the trail since about 7:30, and so I should hit the car, I'm hoping, by 5. It's a 2-hour, well, it's 2.5-hour drive down here from St. Louis, because one of the shortcuts off of Highway N onto W is blocked up due to overflowing creek. So you have to go around. I went down through Potosi. I don't know if going through Potosi and coming up Highway 8 by Berryman is quicker than taking 44 down to Cuba, coming through Steelville, and then 8 up to Berryman. But you can't come in through Butts Road because you have to go through the Bass low water crossing, and that's flooded. At least it was last week. Anyway, the sun's coming out. There's blue sky. I'm probably gonna get sunburn. It puts the lotion on the skin. This is the old cemetery. Pretty overgrown. I don't know how old the stones are in there, but you drop onto this little ATV trail, and then you head right along the fields here. It's pretty muddy. Probably just because it's kind of dug up and it turns into a bit of a creek, I suspect. But this means that we're just about there. I didn't expect this to have water flowing over it. It's not flowing that deep, so truck just drove through it. I'll walk through it, go up to the main area. But when you think about where your water comes from, there's a little creek that goes right along here and then comes out right there, and then there's the stinky poo machines. So treat your water. At least you have cow poo. Alright guys, so we made it down to Bass. This is the low water crossing. That's where the bridge is. It's flowing pretty well. I don't know. I guess you could probably cross it if you wanted to get to the other side. Your feet would get wet, but I think it would be safe enough because it's concrete. You have a little bit better stability. But I am not crossing because I got to go all the way back. And so Gaia says that it is, it was like 6 miles, I think, 6.19 here. So, you know, another 6 miles back. If you watch the previous video, because there's another crossing on the other side, this was all covered in water last weekend for the challenge hike. So be sure to check that one out. I haven't posted it yet, but by the time you see this one, I'll probably have posted that one. So I'm going to sit at one of these picnic tables, have me a Cliff Bar and some beef jerky, and then get back to it. All right, guys, so we are back at Floyd Tower Road, and this is the split. So if you go that way, it's C6 down towards Harmon Spring. So that was pretty much about it. I got out a lot quicker than I thought I was. I guess I didn't have to waste time clearing stuff. So it's about 2 o'clock. I was taking a look at the Gaia GPS, and I doubt you guys can see that, probably because there's too much reflection. But what it says is 12.43 miles on the max distance, and the moving average was 2.3 miles per hour. Now over here on the Garmin, it says I did 13.3 miles and that my overall average was 2 miles per hour. So the average speed over here was 1.9. So the average is probably correct. The 13.3 though, I really feel is out of scope. And I bet you when I open that track at home, and I'll put the distance down below, but if I open it up in base camp, it's probably a lot less. For some reason, the odometer on there shows a little bit higher. So I'm not really sure why. But anyway, that's pretty much about it. I really appreciate you guys watching. Uh-oh, they shooting turkeys? Perhaps turkeys. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate them not shooting me. And you know, come out and enjoy the trail. It was a beautiful day. There's some clouds rolling in, but there's still some blue sky up there. And that's good. So, and if you're interested in adopting a section of the Ozark Trail, you can go to theozarktrail.com and contact the Adopt a Trail coordinator, and they'll get you all hooked up with a section that you can go out and adopt. A cute little baby section or trail. Anyway, just remember that life is an adventure, and go out and have one on the Courtois section.